Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. So, we have a couple of issues that we need to solve. One is that our clean water has been tainted, and we need more clean water in here, ideally. And number two, we're not growing any food because it's too hot over here. And number three is the oxygen levels in the base. So I think the easiest thing for us to, the easiest problem to solve right now is going to be to fix the food problem by moving the farm. That should be the easiest solution. So right now the farm is just hanging out above where we're creating power, and that creates a ton of heat. So I'm thinking the easiest thing to do is going to be to simply move the farm up to this area right here. This level, because this level is generally cooler. Is there any other places? Let's see. Not really. I mean, this is filled with ice right now, so it's kind of cooling down the surrounding area, but that's not a solution to the problem that's going to be viable. So what we are going to do is simply, here, what we're going to do is I'm going to copy a door. I'm going to put it right here. And then what we are going to do is go food. We're going to need the hydroponic farms. Well, for starters, what we're going to do is a copy of this right there. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of double this up. Nah, I'm not going to use that area. There's that. Okay, so I know a roof right above this would go just fine. Now, let's see, it kind of gets warm when you hit this area over here, so I think for now what we'll do is we'll block that off. And then I'm going to cancel all this. And I'm going to tell them to put in hydroponic tiles. Right through there. And then what I'm going to need is make sure the plumbing pipes up there. Let's see. This is sieved. This is water that's been sieved, it looks like, so it's polluted water. Well, it's gray water, kind of. No, it's not perfectly clean. There we go. Pop that in. I was going to utilize this whole area up here for pumping cool air down and, you know, some complicated system, but the simplest solution to the problem is simply just move it. That also means all of this needs to be actually deconstructed. Because it's not doing much for us at the moment. So I think what we're gonna do is, yeah, I'm just gonna have them deconstruct this whole thing. Oh, ooh, no, not yet. For now, we'll start at this end, because if I take this out as a ceiling, it would break all of the tune-ups on there. We don't want that. And there's also wires in there. We don't want to take those out either, so I got to do it carefully. The lack of food that's actually growing on its own is very problematic for us. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have them put that back in. And I'm thinking we could probably use less power down in this whole area, moving these gases around. So that's something we're going to work on as well. The way I see it is right now I'm getting a lot of built up like CO2 and stuff like that and gases in this area, and they want to flow down, but they can't. So I'm thinking it would probably be easier to just let the gas naturally sink down to the bottom rather than moving it around manually. Or yeah, I'll call it. We'll go with manually. So, oh god, we are not working on this very fast, are we? It's filled in too. It is a lot of work. Now they should be able to get to everything without an issue, though. Oh, if you're hungry, go get some. We do have mush that you can eat right now. That's about it, but we have mush. We got a fair bit of chlorine up here too. I don't know what I can do, like if it has an industrial purpose, so it might be a good idea to just bottle up all the chlorine for now and store it. Ooh, something to eat. Barbecue. A couple good meals would help out the colony a lot. Just a few here and there, just, you know, just to get people some meals that aren't fried mud. We also have to deal with this, but we'll get there. We're using a lot of our... I'm calling it fresh water, but it's not that fresh anymore. Oh, I freaked out there for a second because I saw the combat pop up. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? I told them to do that. It's fine. I told them to do it. Batteries are... At least the power system's working good these days. It would, you know, it would be ideal if we weren't running on coal, which is, you know, non-renewable. Which reminds me, we need more coal. Need to get our hands on all the coal we can grab. There's a fair bit of it up here, but we don't have any way to get up there just yet, so I'll just have them continue the ladder up. There's not, like, a lot of the work I want people to do, it takes them a while to get it done because they're working on other sections of the colony, which are, you know, like, critical to keep people alive. How's our power looking? Hang on, because we gotta plug this in. Another level wouldn't go astray for our power here to kind of keep these lines separated out from each other. So they're not, you know, we're not blowing out the power grid. Yeah, like 2 people basically making food 24/7. This is they're working on a desalinator because there is a lot of water up here, but we don't exactly have, I'm gonna cancel this for now. Sorry, who is that? Boo. Alright, so I unlocked the ore scrubber and the desalinator. Yep, makes water from salt or brine. We got a lot of salt and brine up here. So that is something we could do if we wanted. What's the temperature of this? Oh, it's actually pretty warm. That's fine. We've got 2 sections. Oh, you know what? Well, screw me. I never actually told them to mine that out. That's why they're not getting to it. That's my fault. One of these days, I'll find petroleum. And once we're actually creating a decent amount of water, either just, you know, we could, you know, using the desalinator, I think it'd be a good idea to have the, oh god, what is the oxygen production thingy? Oh, rust oxidizer. Didn't we find a rusty biome? I thought there was a rusty biome somewhere. That's all granite. I could have sworn I found an area that was just... What is this? Chlorine gas vent. It's got to be useful for something, right? It can't just be a byproduct. Fossil? Oh, interesting. That is indeed... I could have sworn I found a rusty biome. Maybe that was on a different save file or something. Okay, so we were thinking about the electrolyzer. Get in an pumps, get some electrolyzers going. They'll create hydrogen gas, but that'll float up to the top of the colony, then I can gather it there. Ah, yeah. Once I actually tell them to operate this correctly, yeah, we're fine. Oh, you know what? I forgot I took something out and I didn't put it back in. It's gonna be under plumbing, I think. Right. Bottle emptier. Yeah, we took out the bottle emptier we had before. Let's rotate it around. I'm gonna put it right there. Put that right there. Took it out, never put it back in. But it was for the greater good. It was for the bathroom. So we've got all this polluted water building up and nothing to do with it. Yeah, there they go. And we can at least tell them to plant some of these mealwood seeds for now, so that we can get something growing. Man, things really run through that coal fast, don't they? That's gonna my colony's gonna have a big issue once we are out of coal, because then the only way to keep the power running is going to be the human-powered dynamos. That is going to be a big... Oh, we could take this off. Deconstruct that. We don't need that up anymore. And what I can definitely do is replace some of these tiles with the airflow tiles. That'll help out a little bit. But moving the farm is definitely going to help me out. Is that coal? That is coal there. So there is a little bit more I can get my hands on. There's a bunch over here. Tell them to get through that and bust into this area. Release more chlorine gas into the colony. And I'm assuming it's going to be the growth halted pressure. It's probably got nothing over there. Yeah, there's just no oxygen there. There's no way for it to get there at the moment. The easiest thing for me to do, though, is going to be to grab this, put it right here, and basically just redirect this flow to here. So we'll deconstruct that. And if we go to ventilation and pop this open, we can. I like that when you're in the ventilation-like mode, you can deconstruct, or you know, it works the same way with the plumbing or the power. You can deconstruct the stuff without hitting the stuff, the other items that's, you know, not applicable to the mode. Well, they almost got it complete. I think it would be a good idea to get rid of all the chlorine. That would make things easier for me. Because right now it's just getting pumped back out into here. This whole thing's just filling up with chlorine. I mean, the pressure in here is super low. And there's a whole bunch of it over here, too. There's a lot of CO2 trapped right here. Oh, hey, look at that. Very briefly started to grow. But we're making progress. Alright, and I'm going to have them plant everything as we go. Oh, never mind. Not on that one. We'll get there. And then after we do this, we can work on our water situation. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, I can see it coming. And boop, there we go. Get some pressure in here. Did he just fall asleep? Yep, I think he's narcoleptic. And once this is complete, it'll be enclosed, so the oxygen will just... We'll you know what, I'll do that right now. Here, grab one of these and just hit copy. Here, and just replace those with airflow tiles. That way, once this fills up, it'll just kind of start flowing into other areas. Excellent, excellent. Once we actually give them all of the tasks that need to be done, they make good progress. Let's take a look. Ah, there we go. Much better. Oxygen generation is still bad, but we'll get there. Is there a mass uproot? No, that's just harvest. These are already on harvest. Doesn't look like it. Alright, good. This is a farm now. It is enclosed. It's take a while to build. Mealwood? Hey, we got everybody working on this now. Mealwood? mean, it's not as big as the other one, but right now, any plant growth is better than what we have, which is none. Good. Good. Maybe put some oxygen I was gonna say, let's put some oxygen generation up over here. The algae, the having small amounts of algae to my name is a problem. But, oh god, and the power's a problem. Like, everything I want to build costs power to run, which is a problem right now. These things are about to, these run through their coal really fast. I don't have enough natural gas to run those reliably for long periods of time. Oh, what do we got here? Some eggs. Some blossom seeds. I don't need more people at the moment. Keeping them going is kind of problematic. What am I looking at right here? I'm not sure what I'm looking at right there. It's like a fracture pattern. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's just a bug. It's the fracture pattern that's on this the sand here, but it stayed after they moved the sand out. That's all that is. Alright, now what I want to do is go to plumbing. And what I want to do is make sure that they take all this out. So I think the best thing to do is going to be to just tell them to cut that right there. And then, which one is it? Extract contents from pipe. Just suck all that water out. So that it does, so that we don't just accidentally spill it all over the place. Because that is something I would do. Oh, it's starting to get better up here. We have a working grow zone. Take with the temperatures. We might want to insulate this wall because this is a warmer area. But it is a comfortable temperature for the stuff to grow at. That is a step in the right direction. And something else I could do is I could lower this down a floor. And I could do a duplicate right underneath it, or a duplicate above it. Underneath it would probably be better, because that's already area that's been, you know, excavated. Ah, good. Temperature? Yeah, this is the only one that's a little... okay, so, yeah. Still better than before. Extract the water. Wait, they're not manually bringing water over to these, are they? Okay, well, let's go back to plumbing and tell them to deconstruct this pipe right here. Thank you, guys. And in the meantime, we could definitely come through and tell them to just uproot all these so there's no plants in them. I'm trying to take care of this without disrupting the power generation, because that is kind of the biggest issue right now. Well, I mean, not having food is a problem. Starvation. How is anybody starving right now when I have them set? Wait. Shit. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Aren't these set to make stuff forever? Insufficient water. Oh, no. That's not good. It's just uneven, and this doesn't technically reach the bottom anymore. Okay, that's a problem. Next, ooh, I think we might be reaching a breaking point on the colony here. Oh wait, there's some water down here. How do we access it easily? And what is this? That's just a steam vent. Yes, that's a steam vent. Means this is gonna be fucking boiling. Well, halfway to boiling. Shoot. I think we're just gonna have to deal with that for now. And let's put this on a high priority until we can get clean water down here. We need to get a desalinator running. Take that brine and turn it into clean water. Because they can no longer use the pitcher pump to get this. There's not enough left in there. Yep, there we go. Liquid, polluted water. The management of these colonies, like, it seems easy, and then you can't, like, the finite amount of resources can become problematic, and then as the colony grows, you get different issues creeping up. Got a fair bit of natural gas building up at the bottom here, too. Like, we've got, there's a mush fry right there. There's mush fries on the ground. If you're hungry, go eat off the floor. There's there's food in here. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, you lazy bastards. So. The easiest place. I think this is probably the easiest area for me to get to right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them mine this out. So that I can get over, so I can get access to this. There's also coal up there I can use. Oh boy. Whole new sets of problems now. This means we also need to, yeah. Not an ideal situation right now, but it's something we have to deal with. Copy this. Put it here. We need to start filtering this water. Okay, take a look at our plumbing right now. So the only liquid that this is actually getting shoved into it is the liquid coming from the CO2 scrubber. So what I need to do is plug this bad boy in. Let's see. This looks like the easiest route right here. Yeah. Will this work? It might build up. Because this is going to be running at full capacity. This side might build up, but I'll have a ways to deal with that problem. And power. Oh, basically I already got it set up right here. Yeah, I know you guys are starving to death. Also, we can get some, we can mop up some spills. That might help a little bit. A little bit of water here and there. Start sucking it off the ground. It's not ideal, I know. Thanks, guys. This one is set for polluted. Make sure these are set right. Regular. Good. That'll at least start processing all this pollute. We have a lot of polluted water. It'll start processing that at least. I do not envy my colonists. They're not having a good time. Yeah, it's a little warm over on this side. I was worried about that, but at least there's some growth. I am happy about that. And when they come up here to work, they basically just have to hold their breath and hope for the best. Oh, there's a ton of coal. Oh yeah, we busted into this vein. Yep, thank you. Get the coal. We need to keep the lights on for as long as possible. I don't think this will help, but we can try. Just replace that with some insulated tile, and hopefully that'll keep maybe just a tiny little bit of the warmth out. Also, I do not envy whoever has to work on this right now. Oh, they're picking up the water jugs, which are... Oh, they're in a bad spot. Dumping them. Oh, no, this is the dump. This is where they're getting water from. The colony is... It's not too bad, but it's not great either. I think once we're actually making some of our own food, that'll be a step in the right direction. That seems to have helped it slightly, a little tiny bit. 29.3. Doesn't look like it's going down. But it is cooler here than it is on the other side. And this one is growing now. That does seem to have helped us a tiny little bit. Hey, look at that. Our first doodles are done. That is a step in the right direction. That is food that we didn't have to actively make ourselves. Well, we have to process it, but still. Oh, God. Power. What other ways to generate power are there? Wood burner, petroleum, natural gas, hydrogen generator. That's all I got. Oh my. We might have to, you know what? And I have to, I think we're gonna have to hook a couple more of these bad boys up. Just to keep the lights on. I mean, technically we could use the natural gas generator because there is a little bit of natural gas, but it would only run for a very brief period of time. It wouldn't... It would be a temporary little boost, and that's it. Oh, they got all that coal mined out good. So there's 3... Well, you know what I could do? We could open up this one into this one, build into the bottom of this one, and then a lot of these are kind of stacked above each other. Just mine straight up, connect them all together, and it will just flow down. Hey, Penelope. Who's a good doggo? Oh, but we should wrap up the episode here because we are just about out of time. But at least we got the farm actually working, which is a step in the right direction. So thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you've been enjoying, and I will see you all next time.